Drop the 100,000 count, now I'm happy for. Really don't give a fuck how I go get it. I can't go to sleep unless I got me some buck. I thought it was over. I seen my man inside.
Terry Ashford here with you on December 7, 2025. Can I go back now and eat my caviar?
I was born dead, waking up to the birth. It was the birth voice that came in the umbilical cord that said I would survive before my body hit the earth. Said he or she, through the nightness of the dream, I would live through all of the adversities.
Even in the
sought to meet
darkness,
me.
dark as it may be.
Before making it out, I was dead. Before making it out, by the time I came out, I was scared.
Scared to death.
It was through the umbilical cord, through the uterus, that popped me out into the light. The light they called life. But I knew from living in the dark, in the water, in the umbilical cord, in the fallopian tube, that there would be tragedies. That something within there told me, you will survive.
I will survive. Yeah.
I believe somebody knew all of that before I was even born. As a journalist there at Georgia State University, the first commercial artist that met me to be interviewed by me was
Journalist in training there at Georgia State University for Concrete Campus News. Street Now developed from that, having written for the Signals.
Gloria Gaynor.
Gloria Gaynor.
As the superstar for the song, I Will Survive. Now, how on earth would something like that happen if somebody had not seen or known or heard the dream, the voice that came before I even arrived?
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming, and he's here.
I woke up having been pulled out of my mom's womb, and by that fact, I had arrived.
By that one, only that one, with that one primary, foremost, first.
December 7, 2025, Terry Dwayne Ashford saying a happy belated birthday to two December babies of my family members, Joyce McCain, December 1st, and Catherine Agnes Johnson on December 5th. We have one more coming up here on December 9th, and that's Sherry Lynn Ashford, and I am Terry Dwayne Ashford, bringing you Street Now. That brings you news, sports, fashion, bow style, beauty. Also brought you Street Now football, Street Now sports.
Yeah.
On this Saturday morning, I was born to make it right on through.
Right on through.
Through the childhood fear, through the push, through the adversities, I was to move right on through. And one of the things I'm extremely, extremely proud of on this morning is on this 7th day of the last month of the calendar year, December, Terry Dwayne Ashford, I have made it through thus far. Well, I knew all of these things. I'd never think or have thought that I would have to go through the teachings and the learnings. It was Mutual of Omaha that gave me a template to replicate, to live through all of you.
The voice you're hearing right now is that of Terry Dwayne Ashford here for Street Now. Here brings you sometimes, most of the time, news. And today we're bringing you a little background history of ourselves as we lay here in the snow and enjoy it. Yeah, literally enjoying it. Yeah.
The nomad world, where it was this morning that I walked through the snow and saw the beauty and even thought about what is it really like to live as an Eskimo? And what is it really that much of a tragedy when you know what you're doing and know what you're moving through? I arrived on the bleachers this morning in Washington, D.C. The bleachers, the aluminum bleachers, that is, at Banneker Field, the Maury Wheels Field. And I created my own broom to sweep away the snow that provided a cleaner place to sleep. I lay my head down to sleep. I pray to the Lord my soul to keep. If I should die before I wake, pray to the Lord. My soul is to be kept.
As you can tell from that, the broom is not the broom of a witch.
I am not a child, though I dream as a child. I dream in all of the vulnerabilities.
Me of a child, yeah. Me.
They're all teaching tools. I am not a child, though I dream as a child. I dream in all of the vulnerabilities. Knowing. They're all teaching tools for me when I wake up to live through them. I want to tell you about my Saturday morning cartoons.
Once again, I do want to emphatically tell you about those times.
Father, my little brother.
Those times, yeah. Those times of those Saturday morning cartoons. I want to make sure you hear this and know what you're hearing when you're hearing it.
I am not a child, though I dream
I'm not
as
a child, but I am still into cartoons sometimes.
I want to tell you about my Saturday morning cartoons. It's me, my father, my little brother, and my mom was always in the kitchen area making breakfast, like she was June Beaver's parent. June Beaver is what Mom reminded me of, making breakfast for us, watching cartoons. But we did not only watch cartoons. Dave would always bother me. He'd look over at me as if he was saying, "I'm going to get you."
Because he knew I didn't like to be bothered. He knew I couldn't stand that. I didn't like it. He knew I was probably growing up with a silver spoon in my mouth on the basis of... Yeah, he used to bother me. I'm not sure now, though, if he knew who he was bothering.
And that's when he would turn the television to Mutual of Omaha. Shit that he knew I didn't like to see.
Shit. He knew I probably wouldn't chastise him because Mom already told me to be respectful to my father. But he did it anyway.
I was mad about that as a child because he looked at me beforehand and signaled to me that he was about to do something to me. Made me think my dad didn't like me early on. He would do that all the time. He looked at me, then he would pop and turn the TV off of what he knew I wanted to see. Pink Panthers was on. Scooby-Doo was on. Bugs, Bunny, all those cartoons. And he's going to pop the channel after he rolled his eyes at me and signaled. And he popped the channel to Mutual Omaha. After my little child pouting in anger, I eventually sat and watched a little of it. And that's where I learned about the nomad. Saw all the Eskimos, saw the wolves and how they lived in the deep snow. The fox that made it through the snow, underneath the snow, being light, beautiful, furry. The snow kind of crowded up on his...
It was the snow that crowded upon the fox's furry skin that caused him to stream right on through, as he was beautiful.
Furry skin, and he felt nothing. I eventually watched Mutual Omaha to have the reminders when the situations got tight and tough, and I had to do what I did this morning here on December 7, 2025, move the snow right on out of the way, lay down in my bag, sleep in it, and I actually hoped for more snow to cover my body underneath, just as they did there in Nomad Land, in the Eskimo world. Some of those places included the Alaska wilderness, and there I was, Terry Dwayne Ashford here, remembering my dad was picking at me.
He was picking.
He was picking at me, made me mad when I
Cotton
was
picker.
younger, while Mom was June Beaver in the kitchen and showing me how to do it. Without telling me, she showed me how to do it. I watched her, and she was to live first through the adversities. And that was the only thing that was to be by any means. She did it. And that's when I woke up and I did it too. And now Saturday morning here, NFL football Super Sunday, brought to you by Street Now Sports. Street Now Football, I'm Terry Ashford here. I when told to bring it, Terry Dwayne Ashford brought it for you. We said no, knowing this, knowing the plan. We said no without shame or without regret, and with the adequacy to live through one life, only one life. It's yours. And that is what we've shown you. Today, I think that is what made it more like living in the mountains. A place that I was taken to once that seemed to have been part of the plan too. Knoxville and the mountains up there, and right up in the Smoky Mountains. I don't know who told William Byrd to take me there on a hiking or a trip, but that's where they took me. They all seemed to be aligned with the plan before I was even leaving the womb. I was in the darkness of my mother's womb, in the water bag field that sent me flowing right on through the fallopian tube. And there I came out and I saw light for the first time. And I saw fear. But I wasn't to let that fear stop me from living. What really did it and gave me the strength to design was when I was awakened with the knowledge that I was different based on who everybody else. What really did it and gave me the strength to design was when I was awakened with the knowledge that I was different based on who everybody else like me was. I was so different from them. From my perspective, I didn't tell anybody, but I was so different from them. So different. And then it come to find out, all of that was explainable. It was for a reason. By then, I'd already designed my life based on the fact that we are not alike. And I had begun embarking on the life that was to push my life as yours stay intact right over there. I didn't have the right to be killing other people because we were different. Who does? I didn't have the right to be down in your life because you fit in with the majority, and mine was designed to be different. So I held my hands together, sat down, watched, just like I didn't have the right to sprout off my mouth at my daddy for changing the channel per my mom. You don't sprout off your mouth like that at your daddy.
Not in front of your mommy who gave you life. You don't do that. Who taught you that out there in the schoolyard? Mom said.
What's wrong? By the way, it was even more drastic when one sprouted their mouth off at mommy. The only words that came was, "Hey baby, be careful. I am mom, okay?" I'm not going to say what she said after that I doubted, that I challenged in my mind. She said, you know what, baby, she said, this is what WiLMA said to me. I don't think a lot of people knew. I don't think I've even told anybody. She said, you know, baby, I am mom, and I brought you in this world, and I can take you out of this world too.
Maybe that's what gave me the fear that I had, to always honor the God that is above us. Yeah, who can take us out, knowing that.
I was like, oh, okay. But that's when my little bad mind came in. I said, this woman ain't taking me out, whether she's my mom or not. Because after I left the fallopian tube into the, out of that darkness into the light of the world that called life, exactly what I was seeing, I felt like then, well, the life is mine. It ain't even mom's no more. But I would never say that to mom. I adhered when mom said, I am mom. I brought you in this world, and I guess I can take you out. So you remember that when you sprout off at the mouth at me. I was okay with it because she is mom. And I honored that which was anything at all like a God to me, because, you know, you have to honor that which makes you who you are, which makes you strong enough to live. And that's what I did. That's what I knew as a child. Growing up, that's when I went into a submissive mode and sat down and listened and watched everything, knowing there would be a time when I would have to live out that nomad dream that no one else probably would have to live. And this morning, I wake up to say I did it through Street Now Sports, reporting football, having reported and developed tennis specifically and downed it back into football, blocks, tackles, touchdowns. I'm Terry Dwayne Ashford, all for you. Over here, where now you know of us as Street Now, that brings you news, sports, fashion, bold style, beauty. We didn't do any of this to be adored by you. We did all of this to have lived my life, and that created Street Now News.
It was a life that I felt like that I had to do, implement. See, it was something that I felt like I had to do in order for me to have lived. You're looking up and all these cops rolling after you, coming around you or circling you. You got to fight if you want to live your life. So none of this was planned and ordered. It was about fighting back to take what was mine, which is my life.
Having to intellectualize, that's a word I made up, intellectualize, however you want to call it, to bring in who I was to the world that didn't know me, that didn't know my way of living, that was living was totally in contrast to the life that I not only dreamed about, but the life that was given me in my mama's womb. And so I just want to say that none of any of this stuff that you've seen was done in order to be adored by you. It was done just for me to live. Yeah. When somebody challenge who you are and tell you you have to live outside of yourself,
but you're living inside of yourself.
The internal parts of yourself to live at all. It leaves this. That is a no-brainer.
It leaves a fight back.
That's for people like me and WiLMA. It leaves, okay.
It leaves war.
I see that I'm not going to be welcome over there. I'm going to do it over here.
War. Because you're trying to take my life.
That is what it has done.
That's what we saw.
Lies, lines, confederacy was developed to stop me.
Yeah, that's funny, ain't it?
And
I'm living my life.
We knew that none of it
would come to fruition.
Our life, we knew that.
We already knew that shit.
Very beginning, because we were ready to give you what you wanted. We were ready. Yeah, we were indeed ready. Ready. To
Ready?
Just
Give
like
it to
you
ya.
asked for it. Like you told us that you needed it, and now like you can say,
You got it.
You got it.
From us.
From us. God forgive. We ask God forgive. We play God forgive. We honor that she as a God here who made us. We honor to give honor, all honor to you. If we destroyed your world of evil, yeah, we ask you forgive us. Yeah, but we meant to do that. And the challenge is that evil wanted to bring the wrong ones.
And the challenge that you was going to take my life instead of your world. That's funny. We're sorry if you think I was going to be so moral, so civil, so educated that I wasn't going to fight back and destroy your world, trying to become me. We are so sorry.
From their own world. We're sorry if we destroyed it for you. If we destroy everybody's little itty bitty little evil world. We're sorry about it. But we still laughing and living. Smiling.
Yeah.
Just as Whoopi Goldberg said on the back of that yellow car. I'm here. I'm here.
I'm here.
All of that. Yeah. We're still laughing about it. We're sorry if we destroyed your little shitty world. Oh, gosh. Why won't I stop playing so much? You know, they say I play like a child about things that are supposed to be serious. What's so serious about destroying the world of some evil horrors? That's what I said. Then I get, once again, you play too much.
No, I don't.
We're going to have to put you in your place.
No, I don't play too much.
My place is right here destroying your mental world first. Letting you know you ain't gonna get it like that.
You ain't getting it like that.
Like this.
Not on my life. One life. I ain't got but one to live
like
either.
Straight down. Sports.
Yeah. Woo.
Stop laughing. Oh gosh. Ooh, the girl there at the Dollar Tree, she said she was gonna manage me to do a comedy show. I think I can do it actually. She said she was gonna manage me all over the city to do stand-up comedy, and we haven't pursued that, but we think it can.
You think that's how Chris Rock became Chris Rock, been intelligent? He could have just been talking shit, real shit to him that was funny to you because you couldn't believe all that shit was happening or had happened. Well, it happened. I'm still laughing about it. Ooh, Lord.
Because this is natural to us when we have the ammunition of the knowledge of living through adversities.
Yeah, adversity.
Life laughing.
Laughing
about it.
Yeah, laughing
when
about
that dude swing that punch and it missed me, and then he got an uppercut from the little short guy that busted his whole mouth.
Yeah.
You won't tell me that's not funny.
That is funny. A big old ass guy trying to swing at me.
All you have to do is be willing to duck and punch yourself. By any means necessary.
Duck and punch.
Regardless of the size, please.
Take him out.
4th Street Now News. I'm Terry Ashford here on this morning. Popping off first with Street Now Sports for you.
Duck and punch.
It is terrible to you that we can do all this, starting first within our mind with hiding it from you. That we can survive. And that we can win and we can fight. It's terrible that we can do all of this and we're also the most intelligent. And what made it even worse is you turned out, because you was intelligent, knowing when to fight your battles politely first.
You turned out pretty too.
And in fighting those battles, you first of all chose your battles. That was even worth fighting first. From one step to another step, next step to the next step. Then after we did that, we won. Still smiling, laughing, not a scratch on our body. More
pretty, intelligent, wise, and still young and beautiful. Talking about the young and the restless. Oh!
beautiful right now than we were at 17 years old when we left.
When we
All of
left,
that
yeah,
to
we
you.
left. Yeah, we left. We didn't call it being a runaway, but we did leave. Got on out of there. Too much drama going on here that somebody don't see. I don't see, but I definitely feel it. So we left. Yeah, left it to you.
I saw you, honey. I saw you. I saw you badgering the.
I'm going to tell you the honest truth. I prayed all my life that I would never have to fight back or be faced to fight like this, to whoop ass that's already in a plan. I said, dear God, please let that little shit stay around over there. Please, because I hate to have to destroy this motherfucking world. And my biggest fear about that was I was going to go to jail like O.J. Simpson when I tear this motherfucker down. So I prayed. I said, Jesus Christ, please have her and him, whoever in the hell doing this, be smart enough to stay over there and not be dumb enough to come over here bothering me. I hoped that, and I prayed it, and then we got this.
Guys that wasn't in fuckaroos, fuck parties.
I wasn't a fuckaroo.
Yeah, that mess all through school growing up. I saw you all badgering those little smartest people.
Like you was bad.
Little holes in the ground. Like the scared fox.
Like you had power.
Scared to come out of his hole.
I saw all of that. I sit back there and held my hands by myself. Mom was the same way. Mom said, look at her. Look at them, child. Let me get the fuck away from here before I have to turn this shit out. That was what WiLMA would think, and that's also what Terry Dwayne Ashford brought for you. Reporting it for you here on December 7th, 2025.
Knowing he was fierce, like a wolf. Even grew up to be a wolf, because he didn't know he was a wolf.
He thought he was a fucking little fox. That's what he thought of himself as they were seeing him. A little fox, a little cutie pie, a little smart nerd. And that's when I had to challenge myself in the battle of the two evils. Now, should I act like I'm a gay little sissy, or should I go ahead and act like I'm smart? Those were the two evils for those bullies. Yeah. Either you're going to be gay and act like that, or you're going to be smart and be like that. And I took the challenge.
He looked like a fox to himself. But you guys, gals, you world, universe obviously knew he was a wolf.
Yeah! You knew that before he even knew it, I believe. A wolf! Street Now Sports, been brought to you by Terry Dwayne Ashford here on December 7th morning of that wolf. That's now Street Now Sports. Lord, I prayed, please don't let me have to bring out that wolf in me. And by golly, I believe they wanted to see it. Told me, bring it. Guess what? We brought it. Yeah, we brought it. Nicely, very nicely for you. Look, very nicely. Can I go back now to eating my caviar? Please, little bitch. Produced, managed, directed by Terry Dwayne Ashford. Voice and all voiceovers of that Terry Dwayne Ashford for a WATO broadcast. Reported for you.